What up, team? Just coming back to go over this character build guide. We are going to start at the very bottom, alphabetically. We're going to start off with Yondu. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Why the fuck are you starting with Yondu? He's booty. We're just doing this alphabetically. And we're really going to go over in this series the characters at their tier 2 with no uniform, because then we'd be doing this shit all day. I'll probably do a separate series just for uniforms. And we're also going to do a separate series for native tier 2s, just because it makes the most sense to do it that way. So at a cursory look at the character, he's really not that great. His physical attack and defense and his energy defense are kind of blah. His HP is not bad. Take a look at his strikers. These are the characters that will come out and help you in your time of need. So you have characters like Mantis, Coulson, so on and so forth. These are his team-ups. These are the only characters that will give him any kind of boost when you use them in conjunction with him. So there you have that. And we'll take a look at his leadership, his passives, and his actives. And, we'll talk a little bit about what can make the character better and what you should really focus on. So we'll start with his leadership, which is a simple boost to his crit rate of 7.8%, and that's a tier 2, which is really not that great. Kind of leaves a lot to be wanted. His passive also looks like, let's see, backup plan 10% chance when attacking, energy damage 63% of physical attack, an additional 24% or an additional 24 energy damage, and 10% ignore defense. I mean, this is really not too good, but we can play into this to make him stronger. So look at his active skills as well. Leap kick, kind of vanilla, just does some damage. That's pretty much it. Same thing with his second skill, 54% of his total physical attack, an additional 48 physical damage. Not really that great. And this is just more vanilla text. Let's see. And it's pretty much all... Wow, this is all vanilla text. This is all just like, hey, it's going to do some damage. Hey, it's going to do some damage. Hey, it's going to do some damage. Hey, oh, also does some damage. Let's see. 100% chance for immunity to all damage. Energy damage, 93% of physical attack. Additional 16% energy, or additional 16 energy damage. His skills suck. His skills just suck. They're really not that great. And then, on his fifth skill, he gets a damage immunity, which is honestly really not that, it would be more useful if his other skills, like his passives or his leadership, kind of played into it. It kind of feels like they really just slapped this character together just to have something, as opposed to something that actually has some practical uses. So what would work good with this character? Well, if you're maxed out in terms of your level, if you're at level 70, then what's going to work good on this character is probably going to be physical Yuru, because of drop my shit. Because of his passive, you may want to consider adding in ignore defense as far as Yuru is concerned. And then let's see here. He doesn't really have much in the way of survivability. So HP and defense Yuru, and also focusing that on his gears, would probably be beneficial to you. Because there's nothing really in the way of survivability in terms of his skill set. I mean, there's really not much. You know what? I think we're just going to take a look at his uniform and see how that affects anything. So yeah, that's exactly the same, exactly the same, exactly the same, same, same. Passive, 10%, that's the same, same. Okay, so his uniform actually doesn't do anything other than give him a minor boost. Um, so it's not really worth it. And I just changed my mind like mid video to just do the uniform because it's right there. Fucking why not? So yeah, if you're going to build this character, what you're going to want to do is build up his survivability, if that's even possible, through the use of Yuru and through the use of focusing his second gear. I would say if you're going to build him defensively, or no, not defensively, if you're going to build him at all, I would probably say focus the first two slots on his second gear for energy defense per level, and the rest you could just go with all defenses. Since it looks like he's mainly doing physical attacks. On his first gear, you're going to do physical attack per level on the first two gears, and then physical attack for the rest. For the third gear, I would say HP per level on the first two, and then HP for the rest, because he just has absolutely no survivability whatsoever. So you're going to have to boost up his HP. And then to play into his passive, the best option for you on the fourth would probably be ignore defense as opposed to skill cooldown. I don't think skill cooldown is going to help you that much, given that you're just going to want to deal as much damage as humanly possible as fast as possible. So you might even want to forego on the third gear. You might even want to forego HP on the rest. So it would be HP on the first two, and then movement speed or attack speed. I can't remember if it's movement speed or attack speed. And then you could use two attack speed Yurus on him for each of his gears to boost up the rate at which he attacks, or you could even do skill cooldown on his Yuru. But that's really not going to give him much in the way of survivability. It's just going to mean you're going to damage. Yeah, that'll probably be the best for him. Is to just deal as much damage as humanly possible as fast as possible. So then you'd want to focus on things like skill cooldown and so on, but that doesn't really play into his leadership too much. There's not really much synergistically that you can work with on this character. I mean, I was doing some research beforehand, before I made this video, and it seems to me like there's really not a lot going on. I mean, there's some people, that have been able to achieve on Extreme Alliance Battle. They've been able to break 100k with him. So if you focus the way you build him on survivability and on attack power, then you should be able to achieve at least 100k in Extreme Alliance Battle, which is a pretty good. I mean, that's a pretty good result given the fact that he's a speed character. And he doesn't really have much in the way of, skills. So, that's pretty much it for Yondu. I guess we could do a skill preview to kind of show you what exactly it's going to look like. We're doing this with the uniform. So, it's actually kind of a disappointment, too, because his character is so clutch. That's kind of a cool looking skill. The animation is super slow though. So attack speed's probably going to be what you're going to want to do. He does get a little bit of movement. That's a partial iframe. That's a partial iframe. That's also a partial iframe. Yeah, I mean, maybe you might be able to do something with this character. It's entirely possible. But I don't really see him, topping charts or anything like that. So yeah, if you guys have any specific requests for videos, let me know. This is a new series that we're doing, so I kind of want to see how you guys like it. and see if we take it from here. So we're starting from the very bottom alphabetically, and we're going all the way up. I don't have a particular reason for doing it that way. Just how I decided to do it. You have to forgive me. I just woke up a little while ago. So yeah, that's our Yondu build guide. Actually, you know what? I don't think I have. I don't even think I did anything with him. Yeah, he's at 2 stars. Not really that good. We'll take a cursory look at his details. So this is him at level 2 with like nothing. You can see his ignored defense is at 30%. Recovery rate's not terrible, but I think, let's see, he's getting nothing from his ISOs. This is what he gets from his gears, like at a base level. So yeah, once I get him, built up, we'll be able to. We'll obviously probably come back to this at some point. I mean, eventually you're gonna have every character maxed out, so you might as well kind of think about what you're gonna do with them in the meantime. Well, not in the meantime, but you know what I mean. Like and subscribe, and check back for more content regularly. Peace.